music kind of just been a thing, like my whole life, right? Kind of like literally was born with this shit. But my granddaddy had passed, like, kind of the typical story. Having a family that's kind of pulling you into this way. My granddad, he a real great singer, and he played a guitar. So I learned a lot from him, watching him and him singing to me as a child. It just kind of like, it was no choice. And then he used to make me learn. And like, I know how to play piano, I play drums, I play around on the bass a little bit. Like, he taught me, he put me in a perspective to learn all of that. So like, the musicality and the understanding the music, like jumping into it so early, I kind of place that blame on my grandfather. Because I don't know, without his influence, I would have jumped in so hard, And I kind of hated it at one point because I directed myself to the music anyways. I remember when I was maybe like 7 or 8, I used to go in and play the piano, not knowing what I was doing, but create little chords off the top of my ears and like try to write music. I remember this verbatim, but I never really just kind of put 2 and 2. So from there, I kind of strayed away from, just not really being in tune with the music and kind of paying attention to everything else going on the outside of me. I tuned into it maybe my 12th grade year, and I started to write. Matter of fact, when I was 15, I started to produce myself. They weren't great or anything, but that's me back into the zone of actually creating and just want to, And then my mama played a big part in my music choice too, because she played a lot of the 90s R&B. Like she kind of pieced it all together for me. So many different artists: Usher, R. Kelly, Tyrese, Donnell Jones, Jadakiss, like all these different people. And then plus a lot of different hip hop artists like T.I., Nas, so many different people, right? And all that stuff mixed in together to where I understood. It's kind of weird because when I was little, I always thought I heard music different. So when I used to listen to songs, I like learned the song from the top to finish. Every hi-hat, every snare, every kick, every pause, every melody, every ooh, ah, everything. Until I know how to do it exactly how the song sounds. And I think that was my practice on accident growing up to kind of understand myself and how to put the music together for people to receive it properly. So from there, I started to write at random when I turned 17. And I kind of started spreading it around my school and whatever. And got love. After I graduated, I dropped my first project. And for my first project, it did extremely well as far as my city goes. So after that, it was no turning around, to be honest. Like I was saying, when I first started to record and write my 12th grade year, when I turned 18, I dropped my first project. That's when I really understood that it was, I don't feel like I understood the full scope of the fact that, being in a position that I am walking into, it's more about giving than receiving. As far as like the energy goes and what you're putting out for the people with the music and whatnot. So when I dropped the first tape, it went crazy and I didn't know what to do. So I just didn't understand that it was bigger than myself at that time. Like, cause the music is way bigger than the artist. It's more to the music. Like the music is for the people, not really for the art. I mean, it's for us, but you understand where I'm coming from because you're a creator. So you want the people to love what you create. And I didn't really understand the full scope of how to keep doing it as far as, and to be honest, right after I dropped that project, it kind of like a life-changing little situation had happened. And it kind of made 2 and 2 lock in. So when I had dropped the project, we got a lot of love unexpectedly. So I was like, okay, cool, I can really do this. Like people really love what I'm creating. And for me to actually be writing the stuff and for people to say like what you're saying about the quality and whatnot, for me to be doing it on my first project, I felt like, yeah, this is what I need to be doing. But like I said, when I sat and understand the full scope of the purpose and all the stuff that was aligned, a few months after that, something crazy happened and kind of just smacked me in the face and let you know, like, yeah, this ain't just music for you. Like, it's a little different. You got a higher elevation with this music. So that's where it kind of connected for me. And ever since I just been on a more stricter basis as far as like the energy I'm putting out with this music and like making sure I understand what I'm doing so I can make sure that I'm pleasing the people properly, but at the same time still feeding them some things that they've been lacking over the time as far as the music, because music ain't really got no feel no more, you feel me? Just kind of hear, you know. So yeah, that's where it connected for me.